Okay, it is 6:07. I will now call to order the July 10th, 2017 meeting of the East Hampton Conservation Commission. The meeting is being recorded. Are there any public concerns, non-agenda items? None. Being none, we have no public hearings or meetings. Moving on to a request for certificate of compliance for 33 Meadowbrook Drive, Mass DEP file number 15134. This is a permit that was issued by the commission in September 1982. The rear of the parcel is in floodplain, and this is just needed to clear the title.
Yeah.
Okay. So, are there any questions, comments, concerns? Jay, did you get out there?
A bunch of pictures, yes.
Great, just so we can see. We're technically obligated to
There's
do
no-
a site visit.
You said there was no drawing in your email.
We have no file on record from 1982.
So it's 165 feet back from the road and then 100 feet across. It doesn't go into the woods at all, it's all grass.
Okay.
I don't know where the wetland boundary would be, but just the storage of that material might be the only thing that
Okay.
could be an issue, but
So theoretically, any fill in the floodplain is,
I'm
yeah,
just looking
so,
back at the house.
yeah, I'm thinking your house was built on fill. Probably. But, I'm cute in this one. So, I don't see anything significant. Did you, Jay?
No,
No? Anyone else
it's just the
want
storage of that
Yeah, the
brush.
pile of composting material.
I will gladly tell my neighbors to get that off my property.
Okay, well, there you go. We'll leave that to you. I don't see any major issues.
So this is for stormwater?
No, this is a certificate of compliance.
Okay.
So despite the fact that the property's probably changed hands more than once,
A number of times, yeah.
the current real estate attorney picked up on the fact that there was an open order of conditions associated with the parcel. And technically, that's the purpose of recording the order.
Yeah.
You burden the owners to comply, and technically they're not supposed to transfer title until that's cleared. So, would anyone care to make a motion regarding the issuance of a certificate of compliance?
I will make a motion to issue a certificate of compliance for 33 Meadowbrook.
I'll second the motion.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
So moved. We will sign. And then I'll just run and make a copy for you.
Great.
Or for us, actually, you get the original, because that'll get recorded at the Registry of Deeds.
It'd be very easy for me to bring that to the neighbors and say, could you please remove this stuff from my, because it's kind of just right over the edge.
Right at
that
the-
they're using it, yeah.
Gotcha. I'm sure that
We're gonna need
happens
you on this one.
all the time. Yep. Oh, I need, oh, yeah. Okay, I'm going.
So now, is there anything else I should know about, so I shouldn't store anything back there? Anything else I should know about the property and what not to do?
Basically, anything that would result in a solid object in below the 100-year flood elevation,
Okay.
wherever that falls in the property.
Okay.
Also, just as an FYI, that back wooded portion, probably up to the cleared edge of lawn,
Yeah.
has been mapped as rare species habitat
Yeah,
for a variety of species associated with the Manhan River.
sure.
So any work in that area, if that area is in fact within the property, would require filing with at least the Conservation Commission.
I wouldn't touch any of
No.
that.
So I'll go make a copy
Great.
and bring it right back.
That all makes sense.
Okay, so here's your original. Once it gets recorded, if someone could just email the book and page number or a PDF of the recorded document to the commission for our records,
I
which we'll
think
start
our
keeping.
lawyers are gonna take care of that.
Perfect. Excellent.
Thank you very much.
You're quite welcome. Thank you for your time. Okay. We have received nothing. Have we received anything for Hall Street Extension?
We're waiting
Is there
for,
an email?
I did not see it.
Jessica pushed out a bunch of stuff earlier.
It didn't come through today.
Didn't come through today?
No, I didn't see it.
Fantastic. So this will be continued to our July 24th meeting if there's a motion to continue.
Motion to continue to July 24th.
Second.
I'll second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Speaking of July 24th,
Speaking of July 24th,
I will not be here.
I
Jay?
may not be here, so we need to find out who else.
I'm not gonna be here.
Okay. So let's actually
I
take
think
a.
Jess is still gone, right? I think she said she was gone the next 2. Is that
2
right?
meetings, yeah.
So we won't have quorum.
Or 2 weeks or 2 meetings.
I thought she said. Maybe it was 2 weeks. I don't know.
What about you?
I'll be around.
Okay.
I'm a maybe.
You're a maybe. I'm gonna.
No.
Actually, I'm going the 26th.
You'll be what?
I'm going away the 26th, so I'll actually be here the 24th. I just don't remember when I go on vacation.
Well, you will be.
I'll be
You can be here. Okay. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll send out an email about quorum for that.
Okay.
Just want to be able to let Vix know. Okay, moving on. We have no emergency certs. Enforcement actions. So we received nothing regarding 37 South Street. However, and I'm going to skip ahead and say nothing about Autumn Properties rear 161 to 165 Northampton Street. We received, dated July 6, 2017, a copy of DEP's administrative consent order with penalty, enforcement document number 1958, issued to Mr. Bernard Gall regarding violation of the Wetlands Protection Act and violation of the Massachusetts Clean Waters Act in Groveland Street and Florence Road. So, I pushed this out by email to everyone. DEP, David Cameron sent this to the commission. So this is the follow-up to last summer's site visit, where we were following up on the New Year's Eve visit that you and Dan Buttrick and I performed.
In the mud.
In the mud. To paraphrase, there are no valid wetlands permits for work on the properties located at and adjacent to Route 10, Florence Road, Groveland Street, and Highland Ave. A list of the parcels Mr. Gall owns, which is an abbreviated list, but there's a list of parcels owned by Mr. Gall. Acknowledgement of the forest cutting plan for one of these parcels. DEP, cease and desist from DCR for the forest cutting plan for Harvesting outside the approved area and within 100 feet of a wetlands area. Crossing a regulated stream without approval, leaving slash within a regulated stream, and within 25 feet of regulated streams. And Colleen, you don't have to get all this. Utilizing unlicensed timber harvesters to commercially harvest trees. And a recap of observations by DEP on the June 8th, 2016 site visit that we accompanied them on. Cutting of several large trees beyond the limits of the approved forest cutting plan, as well as beyond any agriculturally exempt field edges, including within at least one natural heritage map potential vernal pool. Replacement of historic drain tiles and culverts beneath historic access road with new culverts with associated excavation in intermittent streams at pipe inlets and outlets, and unpermitted and unapproved skid road through a jurisdictional stream. The activities described constitute violations of the Wetlands Protection Act. So, within 10 days of the effective date of this consent order, Mr. Gall is required to nominate an environmental professional to DEP to delineate and survey resource areas. DEP maintains the right to approve or deny the nominee. Within 60 days, they need to deliver to DEP a site plan prepared by that environmental professional of all field delineated and surveyed Wetlands Protection Act defined resource area boundaries and buffer zones within 2 specific parcels. Within 90 days, we should be expecting an abbreviated notice of resource area delineation, seeking confirmation of the boundaries, and clarification that Mr. Gall shall file RDAs or notices of intent for any future activities, or notification letters for clearly exempt activities, anytime work is planned to occur within resource areas or buffer zones.
So it's 10 days to get a consultant, or
10 days to nominate,
and then 90 days to.
60 days to provide the department with a plan,
Okay.
90 days from, this is all from the effective date of this order, or ACOP. 90 days to file an ANRAD with the commission.
Okay.
So this fall, we should be expecting an ANRAD.
For the wetland boundaries, or for the work to be performed?
ANRAD just for boundaries.
Right.
I think they're looking to establish a baseline
Okay.
for future.
Makes sense.
So there's a $17,690 civil administrative penalty suspended for a period of 2 years, provided Mr. Gall does not violate any provision of the consent order or any further violations of the Wetlands Protection Act or the Clean Water. So basically, there's a penalty as a potential penalty if he violates further.
Okay.
But he's not being required to pay any portion of that penalty if he keeps a clean record for 2 years. So that is where that went. Any further discussion at this time?
I would like to register my disappointment.
In what part?
And the fact that they didn't do anything. It begs the question of what the point is of having the rules if you can break the rules and nothing happens.
Right.
He's supposed to do something.
But he doesn't have to mitigate for his
No
violations.
mitigation, no penalty.
That's true. I guess I didn't get that. But then there's no restoration plan.
Well, it's gonna cost some money to do the plan, and
But the plan doesn't address the violations. I think
violation.
that's,
Yeah.
so,
it kind of just covers it up if you get an ANRAD. Like, say there's wetland underneath all those violated areas, you know? Just has a new delineation that's like, there's no wetlands underneath all those lawns.
well, the INRAD is subject to our approval. And if we so desire, we can have a third-party review.
True. That's a good point. Disturbed wetlands are difficult, but they still can be done.
Yes, and there are people who are good at it. So, So that's that update. I don't think we have any, do we have any open space updates today? Good. Paul Street Extension, we are waiting on stormwater plan from Heritage Survey. So that's July 24th, potentially. Pleasant Street Mills.
There's still water in the retention pond, but, haven't heard anything from Jessica, whether she's been able to contact anyone.
Okay. Nashawamic Mills, 15 Cottage Street.
Haven't seen any activity.
Nothing on the Connecticut River Oxbow. Nothing on 184 Northampton Street.
They're building.
Yeah. Nothing on Lathrop. Williston. No updates.
No issues there.
We received an update that they're going to do the 2017 treatment this summer of Nashawamic Pond. It may be a smaller area than the initial treatment last year because the initial treatment was effective. However, Gary's aware of and will post and notify the treatment dates for the conditions.
So it says July 24th is the...
Yeah. So that's posted a week before, I believe.
Does that presumably affects the kayak business for that day? It says no voting on day of.
Well, the 24th is a Monday, so
Do they
it's
not operate on Monday?
I don't know, but at least it's not a weekend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
July 24th is the posting date, and then a week after.
No, I think
No.
it's the treatment date.
That's the treatment. Well, maybe... Yeah, okay. Yeah. 24th is the date of the treatment. And no boating the day of the treatment. So no boating, fishing, swimming on the day, but then the next day you're okay.
Who would be responsible for telling them that that's happening? Would that be Gary?
Yes, Gary posts it. He tells the police department. The planning department's aware. I think maybe Parks and Rec.
Probably.
And then it gets posted at points of access.
Okay.
So, I mean, really, Town Beach and the boardwalk.
Boardwalk.
Although lots of people fish from
They
Yarmouth.
come, yeah, from the cemetery, you know, they're fishing from that access point, so. He may put them around other places too.
You may. Hello. Across the hall. Yep. Okay, so, and then they'll follow up with us. Leuven, there was an update, wasn't there?
There was an update.
Do you have it, Jay?
Yeah, I had it a minute ago. So past week they've been removing stumps, stockpiling them within the limit of work, stripping topsoil and saving that, and bringing in fill for the proposed building and paving areas.
And no problems with the
No
storm?
issues, just says silt fences and fiber log barriers are still in place.
Okay, excellent. No updates regarding Cumberland Farms,
Haven't seen any activity.
and we don't have a quorum for either set of
Have the
meeting
right-
minutes.
Yeah, the right people.
Darn it, I remembered them this time. So those will get pushed to the 24th agenda.
So what date was that?
June 5th and June 19th.
Okay.
So we just, with two individuals absent per meeting, the mix of people
Doesn't work.
doesn't work. So correspondence. We received a request for determination of applicability on behalf of Eversource Energy for Line 1962 insulator and structure replacement project. We also received it electronically, so I can send it out.
Okay.
So this will be on the July 24th meeting agenda. I'm going to request, Jay, that I'll send, would you rather a hard copy or PDF? I want to keep one
PDF,
copy
yeah,
here.
keep a copy.
Does anyone want a hard copy?
I'll take a hard copy.
Okay. So I'm going to request that you coordinate directly with Simon Hill at
Okay.
Stantec. Eversource is a client that I work directly with.
Okay.
So, but I will be going through it to determine if it is administratively complete. To leave this for the content file. In case anyone
What are
wants
they actually doing? Just to repair?
It says insulator and structure replacement.
Yeah, okay.
So, the insulators are the ceramic things that break.
Did they just go through federal permitting for that?
No.
It's just like a notification for the town.
So annual dues to MACC. Just everyone could fill out their information.
Can I just go back to open space? Do we have any updates on that?
No.
No updates.
And you said there was nothing for Pleasant Street Mills?
No, we haven't heard anything back.
Everything you hoped it would be, Greg?
Then some.
Nice.
Kind of wonder if Tyler's working with Coleman Farms.
Yeah.
Maybe.
This is about 55 Hendrick Street, and I don't think we have any jurisdiction there. Forefront Power, Solar. Did we get this before? Yes. There's anything new here? No, this is all just filing we need to do. Just kidding. Not much. So, let's leave. Leave it for Jess. Are there any other discussion items?
What did end up happening with the invasive management plan for Echodale?
Jessica Harwood was going to reach out for a quote, a formal quote, and I think she was going to contact Paul Tim. And she did provide a schedule, a draft schedule.
That's fine.
Yeah. So the draft included providing getting an RTA together for one of the August meetings, which would be coming up soon. Like next July 24th is the deadline, or close to the deadline for the first August meeting. So. Thank you. So Jay, you're away at the end of July potentially, but
Possibly,
not
yes.
August?
Yeah, not, should both August meetings should be okay.
So I'm gonna leave these. Jay, when I forward the send the PDF of the Eversource RDA to you, could you when you reach out to Simon Hilt, could you also confirm that he understands that it's the applicant's responsibility to place a legal notice?
Okay,
Okay, that'd be great. All right.
so what else you want me to discuss with them? Just do a site visit on it?
Yeah,
or- okay.
yeah, it's up to you if you want to try to schedule it before
Okay,
the next meeting, or I mean, I would say review it before you talk about scheduling a site visit.
Should we get this?
no,
Okay.
it's fine.
So, Colleen, do you have any potential conflicts of interest with Eversource?
I never really delved into the Eversource world.
Oh, you weren't on the current master services agreement. You don't have a current master services agreement with them?
I don't know if we do.
Okay.
I'd have to look.
Okay.
But as long as I don't work on their projects, does it matter, or is it a company thing?
If you're not working on it directly, I don't think there's a huge conflict of interest. But if you want to run that by Jess Allen discussion,
Yeah, I know we have one project that's like monitoring work, so I'm not sure if that's. I mean, I've worked on that, but.
I would just talk to her about it maybe this coming week or so. Just make sure.
Without her, we don't have enough people. If Dan can't vote on it, right?
Well, then we can, I believe we can invoke the Mullen Rule
Okay.
if necessary. Hello. Conservation or Board of Health?
Health.
Across the hallway. People in suits don't come to our meetings.
Except that one Cumberland Farms guy.
Yeah, well, you know, whatever. So, yeah, I would just,
Talk to her.
yeah, she'll give a pretty good answer.
Yeah. So I know I haven't brought any work, but I'll ask her.
All right, anything else?
Nothing here. Motion to adjourn?
Second.
All those in favor? Aye. So moved.